Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the 10 best mods in Baldur's Gate 3's patch 7. This is including mods on Nexus mods as well as Mod.io and the mod manager that's built into Baldur's Gate 3 itself, which does load things from Mod.io. Now, the native camera mod is back, so we're able to get right up close and personal with our companions and characters. So this is really exciting because this mod is one of my favorites. It allows you to see Baldur's Gate 3 from a whole new perspective, and I can't play without this. This and the WASD movement mod are two of my favorite mods because it really allows you to see Baldur's Gate 3 from a new perspective, and this has just been updated for patch 7, so really excited to get this one back because you can get literally up close to your characters and see them from a whole new perspective, which is pretty funny. It makes for some great screenshots. Now, two mods that I like to go along with this, which aren't updated as of yet, but they will hopefully soon, is the WASD movement, which makes it like Dragon Age Origins, and the immersive UI, which hides all of the UI here, so you can get to see your characters a little bit better. I have this kind of as small as it can go, but I do prefer having no UI on the screen at all times, but it will appear when you mouse over it. Now, another mod which I think is absolutely incredible is you can see here a ton of spells which you may not recognize, and this is the Mystic class, which was added with patch 7, and this is on the mod manager itself, so you can just download this easily, whereas I guess the last mod is on Nexus mods. But this one gives us a ton of new spells that are really powerful, and I mean, this has the most options for spells out of any class. So this is the Mystic. I built it around fire, so it has the fire elemental there. You got yourself a bunch of spells that you can do a lot of cool things with, so you can create a fire form of yourself. This is really interesting. I love this. It also has some cool spells like I'm a really big fan of the Transcendent one here, which is a bonus action that lasts for 10 turns. And whenever this is active, it reduces your movement speed, and it gives you a -5 to your... I guess there's another one that, yeah, gives you a -5 to your armor class, but it allows you to cast 2 spells at once. I'll go over the full spell here because this one is really cool. We got Boo floating there. It's funny. But there's a ton of spells that are very interesting. You can be a healer with this class. You can be a psychic damage dealer. Like, it has tons of different options here which work really well, and you can hit hard with it. So the nice thing is a lot of these spells can be upcast for higher levels, so that does 10d8 of psychic damage. So yeah, this class is quite overpowered, but yeah, I'll be going over a little bit of this class here. But you can see when I mouse over these characters that there's a little bit of a different UI here. I'll be showing you all these in the mod manager at the end, but this is the updated character profile, so it shows which characters are strong against what. So we have Warlock there, who's strong against fire damage, Gale, who's strong against necrotic, and then our summonings here, which are weak to psychic because I have the resonance stone. But it also shows their profile up at the top too, which is a nice little addition. So you can easily see while you're in combat what enemies are weak to what. So if you're fighting a steel watch, it'll show that they're weak to lightning damage. So that's a really nice one. But I'm just going to show off a few class mods here because this is what I really enjoy. So the Mystic here, which I spoke on, is my favorite subclass so far. It has the different psionic talents, which are the cantrips basically. So you have one that can do psychic damage, energy beam, which allows you to do, it says fire damage here, but you can change it to lightning damage, to cold damage, so it works perfectly if you ever create water build setup. Mystic hands, like a mage hand. This will push a creature 3 meters, and this one here knocks a creature prone with force damage, which is one of the best damage types in the game. So yes, this is overpowered, but it's a whole lot of fun. Now here's all the psionic disciplines here, and you can see there's a ton of them. Now every one that you select, you can see here you get 5 or 6 different spells. So there's a lot of amazing options here. There's too much to list even in one video. You can create elementals, you can do sun damage, star damage, which is radiant damage, but like with a different twist to it. This is by far the most in-depth mod that's on Mod Manager right now, so I think this is my #1, and actually probably the camera tweaks is #1. This is #2, but still an incredible mod. You can see there I had the fire form and the fire elemental summoned in. So you got mastery of different elements. It's mostly psychic damage, but this is really cool because you can also become a martial class with it. And with the different subclasses, there's many here. This one's like a monk. It gives you the ability to do psychic damage with your punches or force damage with your punches. This mod, incredible. I'm a big fan of the Order of the Immortal, which gives you your constitution modifier to your armor class. So you can imagine how strong that gets. And additionally, you get extra health points, and then you also have different options. It gives you different things here. Previously, you were able to see this, but it was just updated today, and it kind of removed that. But yeah, there's a ton. I'll be doing builds on all of these because it's crazy. Like, this one gives you medium armor proficiency and weapon proficiencies. So tons of different options here that make this really powerful. So this would probably be the number 2 mod that I have here, and it's extremely strong. So the Mystic being one of my favorites here, but there's also some other subclasses like the Dark Ranger, which is another really cool one. It's more of like a Necromancer style Ranger build, and it's really strong as well. And then the Draconic Cultivator. So these are the only mods that are available thus far, but they're all pretty strong. Like, this one is kind of busted. It gives you all cantrips, and it's like a martial class mixed with like, you can do some different, like, almost paladin style attacks. So these are really cool. I'm a big fan of these mods here. So yeah, as far as the spells and stuff go, this is probably the mod to get right now. So for the 4th best mod, I would have to put a tie. I'll put 2 of them here because they're very similar to one another. So I'm going to be going with the P4 custom dyes, is made by Padme 4000, as well as the Faerun colors. So these come with bags of dyes that are going to be able to change your armor, and I honestly think they're really well done. So it does have a bit of it shows you what colors it's going to change the armor into here. So you can get some really cool ones like green and yellow. I'll go with a bit more of an expressive one that's harder to change the color of. So we'll go with the armor persistence here. So you can see some of these mods will change the armor color itself and give some really cool combinations. I really like Faerun colors though, as I find this one works really well, as you can get yourself some really nice dark colors with the Leviatar one there. So there's a nice black armor set that not easy to find in game, but it also has a ton of other ones that here that I think just work really well. So it's a nice green and gold. There's nothing in the game like some of these, as the colorways are a little bit limited. Like, look at that. That's a really nice looking set of armor there. In the base game, mostly the armor persistence just makes the silvers look a little bit different. So we're getting a whole lot of different colorways here that just typically you wouldn't see on the armor. So now, with a lot of these dyes, some armors don't get affected as much as others, so you do have to play around with them, but I guess there's 3 mods all in one here. There's another one called the Better Dyes, which allows you to use all dyes infinitely. These ones at natural will be infinite use, but the other base game dyes will be now infinite use as well. So you can see here a lot of really cool looking choices. Like, even that's another really nice black that normally the armor persistence does not get. So really well done on this mod. There's the P4 custom dyes, which has multiple different dye colors in it. I do think Faerun colors may be a little bit better, so I feel like that would be my top one there. But yeah, really well done with that. So you can make yourself look the way you want your character to look. I'll also get into some more aesthetics here. So that was number 4. It's 4 or 5-ish. So 6 here, we got ourselves so this is going to be the better hair mods. And there's 3 of them here I'm going to be covering. So you can see we got ourselves Orange Braid here, which looks really nice. It has great jiggle physics. One of the only jiggle physics in the game. And then I also have bangs and a different hairstyle here. So you can see we got different chins here. So this actually counts itself as a Dragonborn chins. That's how they're able to get these in here into the game. So there's a ton of different options, giving you like your high ponytails, your dual braids, which is similar to some of the other haircuts. You can change that around depending on what you want to add to your character. I think these all look really well done, and it gives you a lot of customization. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you've seen that I've done endless amounts of different looking tabs for my builds, like an endless amount, because for every single build guide I do put something different. So for example, that's Jaheira's hair there, so you can see Jaheira's locks. My big head's blocking the way there, but you do get a lot of different options of every single character in this game that just may not have brought their hairstyle over into the base game character selection. My favorites being Orange Braids, which you can also have like the metal off of it as well there. You can go with Shadowheart's hair as well. So this one is really well done. I'm a big fan of this. And that's for like the backside of the hair. But there's another mod here which gives bangs. And again, I'll be showing you all these at the end of this video. So you can give your character some really nice looking bangs there. There's tons of options. Some of them are built from other hairstyles. So this is one of the hairstyles in the base game. A lot of them are, and some are even like characters' hair. So like Saza's hair, for example. There's a lot of different hairstyles that we don't get to use in the game. This is another one that looks pretty good too. So yeah, lots of options here. I recommend going with both of these. If you're looking to just change the way your character looks, this is by far the best way to do it, because you're not able to get this much freedom of customization in the base game. You can see here tons of options. You do also need the imp UI, so that's another one that I guess I should have on this list, because this gives so many extra options. Here's Carlock's hair, so you can really get a ton. Shadowheart's fringe, the default fringe that Shadowheart has, lob fringe, so it has some of Shadowheart's hairs that didn't make it into the base game, but you can see there's tons of different options, so this one is one of my favorites. And then also, I guess, alongside this mod is also the basic character hairstyles. So these are a bit more basic than the normal ones that you get here, but I found that they work, all three of these work together very well. Some of them, it doesn't look amazing together. I really like this one without any of the extensions, but with that it does look a little bit silly. It looks really great with the dye, though. This is probably my favorite of it, the inspiration hair, extravagant, and that one there. But if we go with just this, it has a nice slick back, it goes into the ponytail, and then you still have some fringe bangs there, so that one's really well done. And a further more one to the Padme 4000 has a lot of really great ones. So here is her eye selection, so you get different ones like NPC Damon's eyes, and you can have like the different colors that he has there. You can get really up close to see what these look like. These eye selections are, I would say, a lot better than the base game. Not that the base game doesn't have a lot of great eye selection, it's just some of these are so much more vibrant, and you also can have the red eyes, like the undead look. And there's some that, like this one here, it really changes the whites of the eyes. You can see it's very vibrant. So the ice blue eyes there, there's not that many that give that appearance, but with this, it like really pops out and stands out above the other ones. I really like this here with the blue and a little bit of purple on the outside there. So that's that for customization. We got a lot of really great customization options. And I'm just going to go back and show a couple other different ones here if you're going to go with subclasses. So a few more of the best subclasses would be, so far what we got is Celestial Warlock is one of the ones that I really like, and the Remembrance Warlock. So we got the Dark Ranger there, Draconic Cultivator, but if we go into the Warlock and we go select our cantrips, we have two extra ones here, the Celestial and the Remembrance. So the Celestial being a more radiant focused one, so you get like Sacred Flame, Guiding Bolt, and Healing Light, which allows you to heal using your Charisma modifier. So that one's pretty interesting as a base game. It's not in the base game, but it's one that's unique, or it's one that's in D&D itself, so it makes sense for that to be here. And then the Remembrance is an interesting one. This is the default class for the Dark Urge if you get this installed, so it gives you Disguise Self and Speak with Animals, as well as Faded Memories. So we'll go through some of the spell slots that you can, or some of the spells that you can get with this. So I'll just go through and we'll go with something like this for our ability scores, and I'll just show you what you get with this subclass. So I do like the Mystic a lot more, but this one's still pretty cool too. So you obviously get your Eldritch Invocations, Repelling Blast, and then we'll take ourselves another spell here. So as you continue to level up, you do get some different options. We get our Pact Boon, we get some more spells here, so we get Detect Thoughts, Enhance Ability, which are normally not Warlock spells, and then Hold Purse and Misty Step, which are fun ones as well. We'll Pact of the Blade there. It's, I would say, the best choice for the Warlock, unless you really want Pact of the Chain. And another cantrip, and we get ourselves a spell slot here, so we can go, I guess we'll just pick something random there. Take Alert. As you go at level 5, you get some more spells here as well. And we also get our increased Pact of the Blade, so we can get things like Counterspell, Revivify, and Speak with the Dead. Not that you really want to waste your Warlock spell slot on that, as there's the necklace, obviously. But it's nice to be able to get Counterspell, Vampiric Touch as well. Obviously, Hunger for Dire being one of the best choices here. So we'll go ahead with that. Just want to show off these spells that you can get with this one. Whereas the, so here we get at level 6, we get Crusader's Mantle, Call Lightning. We get a Magical Secrets. So pretty cool that you get this. It's only one choice instead of the Bard getting the two. So you can take things like Lightning Bolt, which is interesting. You got your Fireball. It says it uses spell slots, but you can use your Warlock spell slots for these. So very nice getting the options of Spirit Guardians as well, or Lightning Bolt, whatever you really want to prefer taking there. In addition to all the extra spells that you get as well. So pretty cool to get some of these extra benefits that things like Death Ward, Polymorph, you normally wouldn't get with your normal Warlock experience. So pretty cool. And then as we get up to our next level, we can take another feat there. So we'll just go ahead with that. Just want to kind of detail what this looks like. As we get further into spells, we got our Hold Monster, great spell slot there. Otherworldly Leap, the usual. But yeah, the magical secrets, and then here we got Reborn Talon. When you make an ability check with a skill you're proficient with, the lowest you can roll on the die is a 10. So that's pretty cool. If you're proficient, you just get yourself a 10 automatically, which is nice. And then we get to choose another magical secret at level 10, so you can get yourself a Banishing Smite, making some pretty cool builds. So we'll go with that there, and then take our next leveled spell. And then at level 11, we get ourselves Mystic Arcanum here, so it gives us a free level 6 spell once per long rest, and then our extra spells. Since the Warlock doesn't get level 6 spells normally, it's a little bit tricky to kind of build around, but still nice to get a different option here. We also take our Life Drinker as well, and let's go with that there, just to make it quick and easy. But that's pretty cool. Getting your ability to do also the Charger, I guess that's from the... that's from our feet there, but getting the Mystic Arcanum, giving us things like Lightning Bolt, Spirit Guardians, Conjure Elemental, etc. Really nice. So you got lots of different options here. I guess I'll give an honorable mention to the Tiny Pet Pouch, because this is pretty cool. You get the ability to make, like, I can't use it because I got heavy armor on, so we'll switch that off. So with the Tiny Pet Pouch, you can take one of these, and this is the Mini Mind Flayer. So you can make yourself... Oh, that's a little bit buggy. Some of these do come with bugs, so that is one thing to keep in mind. It's a tiny Emperor, so you can use this to meow. Pretty funny. I guess that did fix its tentacle issue there. It was kind of cool. But there's also things like a Displacer Beast, so you can get these mini pets. They just function as a fine familiar. I like this mod. It's just fun. There's also the Beholder or the Spectator there, so... You can have these mini pets. They don't really attack much in combat, but they're just fun to have around, and they can take hits for your team if you want without being too bustedly overpowered. So I'll go into the mod list here just to show you guys all those mods and the names, so you can search them up yourself if you wanted to download any of these. And I'll show you some other honorable mentions here as well. So I really like the improved UI, so I guess I kind of lumped that all into one. There's the better map, the better combat log, the better map hides a lot of things that you don't need on there. So you can see there we're downloading mods, so it updated some of them there. But when you go into this here, there's the P4 custom dies, simple hairstyles with the hairstyle mod that I showed you guys there. So, oh, this is the load order here. So we also got the imp UI. This is a really useful one, just for it just opens things up for allowing you to use some other mods as well. The better hotbar, I also showed that off. It makes the bar a little bit wider and closer to the ground. Better dyeing doesn't reduce your dyes whenever you use them. The Faerun colors, again, similar to the P4 dyes, works very well alongside this. P4 bangs everywhere, it just gives you some free bangs. NPC eye colors, so this gives you some eye colors and hair colors that are in the base game, but you don't get without using this mod. So like Saza has her hair color, Jahara has a unique hair color, and you get all those options in eye colors. Carry weight extra bonus here, because this one is just amazing to be able to hold more items. I guess I didn't show off the citizen outfits, but that's a really fun mod too, because it's all items that are in the base game, but you can go with this mod. It's not going to show us it. There is some issues with the mod loader, so I do also use a couple mods for the mod loader too, because I find that those just help out. Here's the Tiny Pets mod that gives you those tiny little animals. The Mystic class here, this is an incredible one. I highly recommend that. That was the Mystic that I showed off. P4 eye colors as well, some more eye colors, and the K's hair extension. So this is the hair extension that I showed off, just giving you so much freedom. But yeah, mod manager minor fixes and tweaks and fixes. I like both of these just to fix this up a little bit. And then also, I guess going into some of the more ones that we had there, things like the normal half-a-lithid will remove the half-a-lithid looks, which is nice. Celestial Warlock is another subclass choice. The Remembrance, this is the one that I showed you there at the end. This gives you the magical secrets twice, so you can kind of blend between a bard and a warlock, which is cool. Savant Instruments is cool. It gives you the ability to just to be able to use instruments without proficiency in it. And then here's a bunch of the ones that I really recommend. The Clear Map opens up the map, makes it so the fog of war is transparent, so you can see where you're going. Damage Preview, which is what I showed you guys, will allow you to see, I guess the better target information, the one that I talked about, shows the enemy's resistances and weaknesses, but then Damage Preview, whenever you use an attack, will show you the damage that you're going to deal with that attack. Better Map alongside Clear Map just works together very well. And better combat dialogue too. So this one's really useful just for overall combat encounters. So just want to talk about some of these mods, as they do make the game a whole lot more fun. So yeah, mods in Baldur's Gate 3 is something I'll be covering quite frequently now, as there's a bunch more added to the game. So yeah, the only one that I didn't show off on here was the native camera tweaks mod, which you can download from the from Nexus Mods. And I do have a guide on my channel if you're curious on how to download that mod, but those would be the best ones that I would recommend here at release weekend. So there'll be more coming. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Hit that subscribe button below.